was the feeling after that Tasmania loss?
I feel like we didn't play well. You know, it's one of those games you wish you could have back, because I feel like you left the court feeling like that we just didn't play as well as we should. You know, and it's unfortunate because we were coming off a good roll, 3 games in a row. But you know what, Tassie they just play well. They play hard. They always play together. They don't have any one star. They kill you from many angles, you know, and they're feeling good right now. They want to make a run for these playoffs as well. So we've got to kind of brush it away and only look forward to see what we can do to be better. Look at film, and today we had a good hit out, going over a few things, and all we can do now is prepare for tomorrow.
Is that one of your toughest shooting nights of your career?
Yeah, I mean, you don't make a shot, it's tough. I got good looks. They're the ones that I practice all the time. I mean, I'm not worried about it. I know that if I keep shooting at a volume, they're going to go in. But it's one of those nights where I know I put in the work behind the scenes. It happens every now and then. But I know I'm confident in the fact of the work that I put in. So there's no second guessing any other shot. It's always, when I'm open, I shoot the ball. And I spoke with the coaching staff. They didn't have a problem with any of the shots that I took. So, it's I don't think I've ever been pulled up for taking a bad shot in this. They want me to shoot. They encourage me to. So whenever I get a chance, it's going to go. And I know that I put in the work, that it's going to go at a pretty high rate.
Has that really given you the itch to get on the court tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Put one up?
Yeah, man. I'm itching to get back out there. When you drop a game like that, where you just know, that I, just could have done better, it's always just an itch to get back on the court. So hopefully we don't have that itch throughout the rest of the season. We just stay solid. We play together. We play the way we know we can play. And Southeast are tough, man. They're in a playoff hunt just like we are. They're one of the teams that if they drop a few, they can easily slip out. There's 3-4 teams like that right now. If you drop a few, that you're done. So it's playoff intensity basketball from the get-go right now, and I'm looking forward to the competition, and I'm looking forward to playing against the Southeast Melbourne team that are definitely going to be fired up, ready to go. So, I mean, and that's what, as a sportsman, that's what you want to play against. You want to play against the best. You want to play against everyone's best foot forward, and that way you can test your own mettle and know where you're at.
I spoke to you in pre-season, and you said, oh man, there's now an extra team, it's more of a bot. Did you half expect you'd always end up at crunch time? It's crunch time for everybody, that you'd always end up having these games that must win on the line. Did you expect to be here regardless?
I definitely expected to be here. With the team, the feel at the start of the year, I mean, every team, like I said to you then, it always feels good at the start of the year, but do we really have a team that can push? And I feel like the talent that we had, it's no-brainer. We've had the talent that we can make a push. It was really just about us playing ball together, and that's been kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde thing for us. We did it really well against certain teams in the season where we've had good wins, and then you get a game like Tasmania where you kind of don't see it, and it's tough because you want to try and find that game the whole time. We're trying to key in on what's the flavour to it. It's our ball movement. We've got to keep the ball moving. We can't let it stick on one side. We have to be vocal on defence, and we have to fly around, and we have to make sure we know the scout. I mean, that's things that you just have to be as professionals. So when we lock those things in, we're as good as anyone in the league. It's just the good teams like the Melbournes and the Perths, they do that consistently. There's really no blaring mistakes. Teams work for everything. So we need to get to that level. That's where we need to be.
Do you look at it as a double shot now? I think George said that afterwards. Well, one of the silver lining is that you have to win games. You can also pinch them off who you need to beat to leapfrog there. Yeah,
I mean, going down into the playoffs where a lot of teams fighting for their lives, we're playing against those teams that are fighting for their lives. It's not like we're playing teams that are on the bottom of the ladder. So, I mean, and that's what you want coming into the playoffs. I mean, if we're not good enough to beat these teams, then we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. As simple as that. If we don't deserve to get enough of these games, then we're not good enough, and we haven't come together enough. So it's on us more than anyone else. So we're going to work as hard as we can to be prepared for the games, and then whatever shows up on game night, hopefully we've prepared enough and talked enough and come together enough that the type of basketball we play is looks like what we usually see here at practice most of the time, and the games that we've played, like Southeast Melbourne away, those sort of games where we've actually come out and we've played together, that's trying to find that is the key for us moving forward.
Have you, in your Hawks career, and you wouldn't really call this a hole, you're right on the edge of that 4, it's just, and you had 5, 6 before that. Have you, in your Hawks career, been more dead and buried, more no chance, and then come through? Can you remember seasons?
Yeah, I've had two playoff runs, made the semi-finals on losing records. So we were 13 and 15 twice, and we made the fourth spot of the playoffs. So I've been in a situation before where it's like there's no way we can get into the playoffs almost. Statistically, it's almost impossible, and we've done it. So, but I mean, I'm not putting this team in those realms. This is a much better team. There's more expectation than there was back then, Now we have the talent, we have the resources to compete with the higher teams. It's not like what we were previously, where it was, always trying to find the cheaper players, always trying to get people on budget, always trying to get the Australian core together. Now it's like there's an expectation. There's not better luck next year. It's this year. This is the year. So that's not a position that we're in right now, because we know we have the talent. We know we have the capability to make a playoff push and push deep into the playoffs. So completely different feel than those years.
Good? Yeah, I'm
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about tomorrow's game against Phoenix?
Good, mate. Like I said, after that game, you want to get back on the court as quick as you can. So those performances, really burn in the back of your brain as ones that you wish you could have back. So the best remedy for that is just to get back out on the court. We're all human. We're all going to make mistakes, but if those mistakes are backed up with hard work and communication, then usually, they don't stand out as much. And that's what the good teams do. Even though someone might make a wrong step, the hustle and the hard work and the communication on defense is usually there to cover it up. So that's, like I said, where we're trying to get. But yeah, I'm keen to just try and get back out on the court and have another game where we can get better.
And how are you feeling about the rest of the season overall?
Overall, yeah, good. I like our team. I think we're a talented bunch. I like the guys. You can see we're all, they're all good guys. They're good to be around. So it's a great feel amongst the team. It's just we know we have a certain expectation about what we're capable of. So for us not to put our best foot forward in that game, it's very disappointing and hard to swallow and hard to forget, unfortunately. So I'm just keen to keep playing. I'm glad we've got games to play, and I'm glad we're still in the playoff hunt.